Somewhere in a secluded corner of the United States, the chase is on. You're racing through the woods on all four legs, your legs burning as you try to escape your enemy. Damn it, how could this happen? How could we let this happen? You skid to a halt at the edge of the trail, snarling, your ears pinned when a hunter approaches you. I'm afraid it's the end for you, mongrel. You lunge for the hunter, teeth bared, and he looses a crossbow bolt. Dodge the bolt. You hurl your weight to one side, dodging the bolt, rolling on all fours again, and leaping at the hunter. Ha! Take that, sucker. You sail for the hunter, but your momentary cockiness is a prize. You're too close to dodge a close-range bolt. What the hell was I thinking? I'm gonna get shot. You watch as if in slow motion as the bolt looses, sailing for you. You anticipate a blow to the chest when Channing, your soulmate, launches into the clearing, knocking you aside and intercepting the bolt. Your chest seizes when Channing takes the bolt to his flank and collapses in the clearing. Human again. Channing. You race back to Channing, his prone frame steadily bleeding on the forest floor. The hunter laughs mirthlessly. On second thought, I'll leave you alive for now. This is about to get entertaining. As the hunter leaves, you transition back to your human form, kneeling at Channing's side. Tell, I love you. Panic grips you as his voice begins to fade, and you have to ask yourself again, how the hell did this happen? Chapter 1, Transcendence. Many weeks earlier. You're at Alpha House packing for your big Alpha Tau summer retreat. Or at least you would be if your boyfriend weren't distracting you. Channing. Your neck is tilted for his access, so his lips are against your skin, make you tremble and shake with heat. Got something to say, Tal, or you're gonna let me do my work? You huff out a laugh, and you have half a mind to shove him off. The bus will be here any minute, and you're half-packed. You're honestly such a nuisance. I would have been packed hours ago if you weren't here nibbling on my damn neck. It's not my fault you have poor impulse control or that I'm so damn sexy. Oh, so humble on top of it. How did I get so lucky to fall in love with the full package? You grin into the kiss as he presses to your lips. Your breath hitches as his hands stoke fire in your heart. And then, checking in on the Alpha and his second... Ugh, gross. Laugh brightly when Callie, your friend, who became a werewolf alongside you, recoils in horror. Hey, Calla. Something you need? Aside from fresh corneas, I need to remind you that the bus is going to be here in a few minutes. Get packing. She turns and stalks off, and you laugh with Channing, in her absence, leaning on each other. Calla's right, though. You should pack, if we ever want to make it to Montana. You stand at your dresser looking for something summer-appropriate. He stands behind you, pressing kisses to your shoulder. Want some help? You want to dress me up, be my guest. You chuckle affectionately and step back, letting him pick something out for you. It's honestly really sweet how focused he is. He still treats everything like a challenge. He's the same Channing I fell in love with. He stands in front of you, and you take a moment to admire him without interruption. The rippling muscle of his back, his strong biceps, his broad shoulders. He's still breathtaking to you. Finally, he puts something together that he seems proud of. He lays it on the bed and steps back so you can change. I think I really nailed it, but let's see it on you. They call this the Blue Moon. You slowly undress, watching Channing's gaze rake down your body. Then, layer the items he picked out for you, one by one. When you're all dressed, you study yourself in the mirror, feeling sexy. Huh, you really did nail it, Channing. Channing laughs indignantly and steps up behind you, his hands on your hips as he looks at your shared reflection. Are you really surprised I spend all day staring at you? You're such a damn charmer. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were buttering me up. No need to butter you up when you're already wrapped around my finger. You roll your eyes, but lean your head to capture his lips in a kiss. You're lucky I love you, or I'd kick your ass for being so cocky. A few minutes later, you're all packed. You and Channing head outside to find the charter bus waiting for you. Only Lupe, Asher, and Calla are coming with you on the Alpha Tau retreat, which means I can't believe I have to be away from you for 2 whole months. I know, babe. I know. I'm gonna miss you too. You grimace as Asher's boyfriend Cal pats his back and Lupe sidles up next to you. Can you tell those two haven't spent more than a night apart since they started dating? I can't imagine being so codependent. Calla, don't judge them too harshly. They're in love, so what? Doesn't hurt anyone else that they're being so obsessed with each other? Yeah, Calla, we all know you don't actually have a heart of stone. Calla looks visibly flustered at Lupe's comment, which is an interesting change. She looks away. Shut up. Calla and Lupe bore. Your attention is split when Cal turns to you with a bemused expression. I really wish I didn't have the hospital internship this summer. Tal, can you take care of Ash for me? I'll try, but no promises. A thud from within the bus draws your attention, and you and Channing exchange bemused looks. What the hell? You and Channing pile onto the bus to see Cal and Lupe arguing over a seat. Why do you have to sit right next to me? You have the whole bus! Oh, damn, sorry. I wanted to bond with you a little. Alright, settle down. Your head starts to throb, an unusual ripple of irritation coursing through you as your pack refuses to fall in line at the front of the bus. Oh, babe, I don't want to go. Ash, come on, I'll call you every night. Oh, why is their insubordination making me so mad? Everyone... Sit down now! Enough dawdling, get on the bus and sit down now. Lupe, Asher, and Calla snapped attention as if compelled. Understood. We'll stop bickering like children. Sorry, Tal. Yeah, sorry. To your surprise, Calla, Asher, and Lupe all immediately fall in a step, taking their own seats on the bus, and you blink. Thank you. We're all on the same page. You and Channing move to the very back of the bus where you sit together, your head on his shoulder. That was authoritative. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're the alpha of our pack. I should tell Channing I'm worried. You gaze out the window, your brow creasing as you think how your packmates yielded to you. I know, right? It's weird. They usually don't listen to me like that. Maybe being your soulmate has more perks than I realized? Hey, if you being my soulmate means I have a sexy alpha proxy, then I'm all for it. You smile on him as he settles against the seat, and you push your worries to the back of your mind for now. Before too long, the rumble of the bus makes your eyes feel heavy and you drift off to sleep against Channing. The next thing you know, you're in a misty forest clearing, stripped to your underwear. It's oddly reminiscent of the first dream we met in a clearing just like this. I wonder if he's here. Of course I'm here. You should know by now that your thoughts aren't your own in these dreams. Is it so? I feel plenty in control. Imagine briefly Channing is completely stripped. No underwear, no piercings even. Then he goes back to his previous state. Don't think I didn't just feel you undress me with your mind. What can I say? I saw an opportunity, and I took it. You cross the clearing to Channing, your hand seeking, and he reaches for you instinctively, drawing you close. Your lips crash together in a heated kiss, and you groan against his lips as he squeezes your hips. You feel alive, warm, dominant. I don't know what's happening to me, but right now it feels good. Channing grips you tightly, his sharp teeth clashing with yours as he pushes you back against a tree. Sorry, actually. You moan loudly when he sucks a bruise into the sensitive corner of your neck, making you shiver and ache. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. You grin crookedly at him, stroking his scarred skin, your mind reeling at how sexy he is, how perfect. Mess around with Channing. Yep, sorry ladies. You know how it is, it's YouTube. You take him into your arms and hold him close to you, kissing his shoulder tenderly. I know this is my dream, but would you think it's lame that I'm fantasizing about cuddling? Channing lets out a soft rumbling laugh and runs his hand over your back. Lame? Hell no. I fantasize about cuddling all the time. Smile a little wider, sinking against Channing, your eyes shutting slowly. Glad we're on the same page then. And nothing is wrong with a good cuddle. Later, you and Channing are cuddling in the clearing in your dream. He strokes your bare shoulder tenderly. I can hear you thinking from here, you know. He chuckles, kissing your temple, but his voice betrays a certain level of insecurity when he speaks. I was just thinking about how you ordered the others around before. Don't tell me you're gunning for my crown. You wince. You can tell he's trying to sound lighthearted and joking, but failing miserably. It sounds like you're reading too much into it. The pack responds to me because they like me, they trust me, and I'm the alpha soulmate. Don't dwell on it too much, okay? Doesn't mean anything unless you make it mean something. You kiss his jaw tenderly, eliciting a hum of contentment from him. You're right. Sorry. I'm being an insecure idiot, aren't I? I wouldn't say that. You're just prone to being on guard. That isn't your fault, you know? He exhales shakily, nodding and looking bashful. You're right. I know. Sorry for bringing it up. You're my soulmate. You're not competition. It's ridiculous to act like that. You nod, curling against him as you... You ever have one of those moments where your brain just flatlines? Yeah, I just had one of those. Woof. I need more coffee. Curling against him a bit as you cuddle in your dream. Still a nagging thought plagues you. What if something is changing in me? After a long bus ride, you finally arrive at Alpha Tau Retreat Camp in Montana. Wow, it's beautiful here. So peaceful. Channing walks up behind you and slinks an arm around your waist, kissing your neck. It's a hell of a view, isn't it? I'm glad you see this place at least once. I've been here every summer since I enrolled at Woolsey. Here's hoping the summer isn't as wild as last summer was. Last summer was wild? Should I be jealous? You didn't have any wet, hot werewolf summers before I came into the picture, did you? He barks out a laugh and holds you tight to his body, kissing you. Please, you're the only woman who has ever made me want to cross that boundary. You inhale the fresh air, enjoying the slightly warmer climate, when you hear a familiar voice calling your name. Woolsey, you finally made it. You turn to see Gale, the head of Alpha of the entire Alpha Tau frat. Whoa, Tal, you look great. I feel a little underdressed. Thanks, Gale. But you look great, too. I feel like it's been forever since the last time I saw you. You meet Gale, along with some other Alpha Taus, at the summit in Colorado. It was an interesting trip. A long time no see. Last time we met, I think I was making a complete jackass of myself. Yet another familiar face joins you. Nick, the Alpha Flagstaff chapter. You stiffen a little. Yeah, Flagstaff. Wasn't that place that was completely wiped out? I would say complete jackass is a little bit of an understatement, seeing as you nearly mauled Channing. Nick cringes, remembering how he accused you of being a traitor and ended up brawling with Channing. Not my finest moment. It was an emotional time for me, you know? A bunch of my own pack had been poisoned, and you were an outsider, so I took it out on you. Some choices in Alpha 2 will affect your pack bonds and overall werewolf abilities. Choosing wisely can impact allies' powers you have by the end of the book. Well, now that I'm a werewolf, I understand your perspective. I'm not opposed to brawling you myself. I understand your perspective. In hindsight, I was an outsider, a human. I might have suspected myself too. Tal. Look, I'm not saying Colorado didn't suck for me. I had a hell of a time defending myself. But Nick's right. His pack was targeted by the most by hunters. Now that I have werewolf instincts, I understand how they make you lose control of your emotions. Thanks, Tal. I swear I won't be that stubborn or nasty ever again. I heard someone say hunters? Don't tell me we're at risk of getting jumped again. Relax, Ash. We'll talk about this tonight, but we've made damn sure the hunters don't get their hands on us. Man, that's a relief. I'm really looking forward to kicking back this summer. Cool guy. You turn to see a good-looking, laid-back man slouching near the unlit fire, grinning crookedly. Okay. You an alpha? Never met you before. Oh, my bad. My name's Ryan. I'm the ringleader of the Long Beach chapter. Ryan is joined by two women, a confident-looking one. Name's Emery. I'm the alpha down in Atlanta. And a shy-looking one. I'm Opal, alpha of the Poughkeepsie chapter. Gale sits beside Opal near the fire pit, and you share a look with Channing when his hand brushes Opal's. You speak telepathically into his mind. Gale's girlfriend? Soulmate, more like. Look how drawn they are to each other. You smile fondly. You and Channing are the only soul-bounded wolves you know. It's nice to meet others. What about you? You got style, sunshine. I have to admit. You raise eyebrows at Ryan's forward praise. You're flattered by his compliment, but... What about me? I haven't caught your name yet. You're the alpha up in Woolsey, huh? That'd be me, actually, Channing low. You don't miss the flinty edge to Channing's voice. You clear your throat uncomfortably. I'm Channing's soulmate. I may not be the alpha, but I get the perks of dating one. You lean into Channing with a smile, and he tightens an arm around you instinctively. And I get the perks of having this perfect woman by my side. Oh, damn, that's embarrassing. My bad, Chan. I should have realized. It's Channing, and you're right, you should have. Jeez, Channing took this light way more personally than I expected. It's because he's, you know, Mr. Alpha. You follow Channing into your shared cabin as you unpack your bags. Wow, this is so cozy. You flop onto the bed, sighing happily. Channing looks a little distracted as he unpacks. Yeah, cozy. Channing, you can't seriously be pouting because that Ryan guy mistook me for the alpha. I'm not pouting, I'm just... I don't know what I am. You pat the bed beside you and Channing sits next to you, letting you rest her head on his shoulder. Don't worry. You're cute when you pout. He lets out something between a laugh and a groan, bearing his face against you. You always know what to say to stroke my ego, don't you? Even when I'm acting like a pathetic, overgrown baby over something so trivial. It's not trivial. Being an alpha is a huge part of who you are. You're right. It was just jarring to have a fellow alpha overlook that completely. Have you met the guy? Yeah, bruh. Anyway, well, Ryan knows better now. You're the alpha. I'm just your woman. You're not just anything. You're amazing, Tal. In a way, I don't blame Ryan for thinking you're my alpha, especially since He ties his arm around you and you gasp and he growls in your ear. You've got me completely wrapped around your finger. Completely. That's a dangerous amount of power for one woman to have. Lucky for you, I'm more than capable of handling a dangerous woman. You laugh and he pounces on you, pinning you to the bed and kissing a trail down your chest. You throw an arm over him, basking in his affection, the anxiety from earlier gone. I was worried for nothing. The summer is going to be amazing. And hot. I give it 5 minutes. Hours later, maybe 10. After everyone is unpacked, you meet with the other Alpha Taus around the fire. You take in how many other werewolves there are. There must be about 20 of you gathered by the fire pit. As your gaze falls on Ryan, he speaks mischievously into your mind. You're looking sweaty, Tal. Is it the fire, or did you and Channy have some fun before this? Ryan, none of your damn business. What happens between me and my alpha stays between us. Oh, you're right, sorry. I'm just feeling a little single with all these soulmates around. How are we? So all the wolves can now telepathically talk with one another? That's not cringe at all. Anyway, you roll your eyes again, huffing. Channing eyes you curiously, and you just shake your head. Gale draws everyone's attention, and the collected pack settles at the command of their head alpha. Welcome, everyone, to the 15th annual Alpha Tau Summer Retreat. This is a time-honored tradition among our packs, and this year, unity is more important than ever. I don't need to remind you that the hunters poisoned dozens of our wolves earlier this year with silver. The hunter, at the head of these heinous attacks, even wormed his way into our family. Marcus was my neighbor. He was supposed to be my friend, and he betrayed me in the worst possible way. All because he had a sick, one-sided crush on me. All because he wanted me for himself. That hunter was a very disturbed young man. Disgusting excuse for a man. I think he was a very disturbed young man, and also a disgusting excuse for a young man. But we'll go with disgusting. I wish I'd never made friends with that a-hole. If it weren't for that, then don't you dare try and blame yourself for what happened. We're past that. She's right, Sal. Some of us might have blamed you at the time, but that was wrong. The alphas who know you all nod and murmur in agreement. You feel a pang of relief and affection. It wasn't your fault the hunters took advantage of us, Tal, but they'll never do it again. No one but members of Alpha Tau know the location of this camp. The perimeter is trapped, and Gale produces a mysterious glowing idol and holds it up over his head, drawing gasps from the crowd. A wolf idol. It's beautiful. The Moonstone idol will protect us in an emergency. It will make us immune to silver and wolfsbane, as long as it's in the position of an alpha. This idol seems too good to be true. It seems a little convenient that the idol will protect us from all the things that, well, will kill us. It may seem convenient, but it's a hell of a process to get it made. I worked with some other supernaturals. It took months for 3 witches in California to come up with the enchantment. You balk at it. Witches? Chuckle escapes Channing, and he speaks in your mind. You didn't think werewolves were the only thing going bump in the night, did you? Hey, you know what? You can't wait till you find out vampires and other supernatural things exist, huh? It's almost like this has become a trope for every single one of these books so far. Anyway, first werewolves, now witches. What's next, vampires? How my life gets so ridiculous. You said the idol has been in the Alpha's hands. Why is that? I can't pretend to understand magic. All I know is I get specific instructions to keep the idol with an Alpha at all times. Gale hands the idol to Emery, and you marvel how the idol glows brighter, floating above her hands. It's really magic. That's incredible, Gale. Hopefully this will help you all rest easy. We're here to strengthen our bonds and to have fun. Whoops, cheers, howls rise from the crowd, and you can't help grinning at the pack's enthusiasm. Isn't now the time you'd suggest a fun game? That's always been your thing. He's right. You're usually one to band people together with something fun, and it could help you get to know the others better. Play a game with the pack. It'll bring us closer for sure. You decide to take Channing's advice and clear your throat standing up. I'm gonna throw out a game. 2 truths and a lie. It's a pretty good way to get to know each other. Oh, hell yeah! We play this all the time in Long Beach with shots. I've never heard of the game. Don't worry, it's simple. You have to tell everyone 2 statements and 1 lie. Everyone else has to guess which statement is a lie. If your majority guess is wrong, then you win. If majority guess is right, you lose that round. Oh, you take a shot. I say we move this to the dining hall so we can be closer to the liquor. You all step into the camp dining hall, taking your seat at a long table. Ryan puts 3 bottles on the table. Alright, pick your poison. We got whiskey, gin, and rum. I don't really drink, so I'm putting sparkling water on the table. You grin, raising your eyebrows as you consider what to drink. Okay, I have a question. How aged are the rum and whiskey? Gin's meh. Just saying. I'm gonna go with the rum. It would make Captain Jack Sparrow proud. Alright. Since this game was my idea, I'll pick our first victim. You lope around the table, enjoying how everyone's eyes are on you. Channing grins crookedly, affectionately. You're in your element at the front of the pack, gorgeous. You smile back at him, encouraged by his self-telepathic praise. We're going to need to make it interesting this time. Instead of truths and lies, we talk about traits. Give us 2 traits you have and 1 trait that doesn't fit you. Gale. You turn expectantly to him, urging him to go first. He grins as he thinks, mulling your question over. Alright, got it. I'm Gale. I'm a dad, friend, good listener, and afraid of conflict. A dad friend. You think back on what you know of Gale as you all write your answers down on pieces of paper. Gale is the head alpha. That comes with responsibility to be a good leader. Gale's lie is a dad friend. What the hell is a dad friend? Anybody? He's not a good listener. He's not afraid of conflict. I mean, his lie, well... so this one's tough because even great leaders are afraid of conflict because during the conflict you have a chance to lose people under your command. Everyone, I don't care who tells you otherwise, everyone, generals, presidents, no matter who, is afraid of that. Gale grins, claps when a majority of you get it right, writing afraid of conflict on your papers. Nicely done, everyone. You can't really be conflict averse and be a good head alpha. I knew it. You might be a nice guy, Gale, but you can handle a conflict like a champ. But, yeah, no. You all clap as Gale takes a deep swig of rum. Now, you may ask, Locum, why did you pick the one you were just talking about? Because it's Pixelberry and they don't know shit. I'm starting to learn. If you notice, I'm getting a lot of the answers correct lately. Because it's complete and utter bullshit. Again, ask any general. Ask any general. They do not jump at the joy. Ask any vet. Ask anyone. No one jumps at the joy of conflict. It was the stupidest choice I've ever made in my life. But it's Pixelberry. And I swear this stuff isn't being wrote by people anymore. You continue circling the group almost menacingly, enjoying the way people tense up and laugh as you pass them. Why am I getting to choose people? Let's see. Who should be our next victim? Your gaze falls on the alpha who's obviously trying to avoid it, and you put your hands on Nick's shoulders. You're not getting off the hook, Nick. Give us 2 real treats and 1 fake one. Nick groans as the others laugh, clearly uncomfortable being put on the spot. He thinks, I'm Nick, and I'm overly trusting, protective of my pack, and forgiving. Overly trusting. I call bullshit on that one. As the others scribble, you think about your past interactions with Nick. Nick might have accused me of treason, but he changed his tune quickly when he realized he was wrong. And he was under a lot of stress because of the pack being targeted by hunters. Nick's lie is, he's not protective. No, he's protective. He's very protective. He's not trusting. He's not forgiving. No, he forgave. Well, no, hold on. Okay, hold on. Because we didn't do anything to need forgiveness. He's not forgiving. Hey, I'm the first to admit I have faults, but I've forgiven a lot of people in my life. It's true, I guess. You forgave me for wailing on you during our brawl. The back nods sagely, and you feel a little sheepish for getting it so wrong. Nick even forgave me for talking trash in Colorado. Damn it, I was so off. Technically, you didn't do anything wrong, though. Remember, Nick was on your ass first. I'm just saying, that's how I think of it. Next up, you turn your gaze on Calla, who groans, trying to melt into her seat. Damn you, Tal. Fine, I'm Calla. I'm loyal, wishy-washy, and cocky. Yeah, no wishy-washy's this one. You think back on your friendship with Calla. You started out as rivals, but Calla warmed up to me once she realized I respected her werewolf culture. We've been close ever since. Calla's lie is she's not wishy-washy. You bet your asses I'm not wishy-washy. I only very speak my mind, like it or not. Honestly, that's one of the hottest things a woman can do. Let me guess, you two are going to become a thing, aren't you? You don't miss how Calla scoffs and turns away, but smiles when Lupe can't see her face. I'm not hallucinating, am I? Is there a vibe between these two? Brian groans, burying his face in his hands. Oh, damn, striking out across the board. I'm gonna have to pull some serious alone time with y'all. That is, if we want to honor the spirit of the retreat and forge stronger bonds. I'd rather eat cough syrup, and I hate cough syrup. You have a way of just saying whatever the hell comes onto your mind, huh, Long Beach? Everyone laughs good-naturedly at the exchange. You figure you should offer yourself up as the next victim. Alright, everyone, I'm Tal. I'm a hothead, a romantic, and my lie is a lone wolf, an airhead, a player. Well, I know Calla, Lupe, and Asher are going to call bullshit on that. That's majority, right? Because also Channing. An airhead. Sometimes, yeah. A lone wolf. That one could stick them. Let's do lone wolf. Channing laughs in your mind. Seriously, you're the most social person I've ever met and the most clingy. Shut up, no one knows me like you do. In the end, the results are a bit of a mixed bag. Gale, Nick, and Opal, and your own packmates get it right. Gale has told me a lot about you. I feel like I know you already. As well as Ryan, of all people. No way. I actually got one right? I hate you so much. Yeah, you made an educated guess about my girlfriend. Congrats. But the other wolves don't know you well enough to guess correctly. With your majority correct guesses, plus the point you got from fooling most people, I win. I mean, we didn't ask Mr. Airhead. You really do have a scary knack for sussing out secrets, don't you? You all laugh as you begin to... You know, had Pixelberry actually wrote that one thing about, not being afraid... Yeah, no, I'm just saying, we would have failed that one, but it's Pixelberry, so, You all laugh as you begin to clean up after the game. Ryan shoots you a grin from across the table. Thanks for suggesting this, Sal. Seriously, I could already tell we're gonna be good friends. Ugh. You smile as you turn from him, and you can't help feeling like he's right. I don't like him and I don't trust him. Anyway, you and the other Alpha Taus talk for a while later that night before it's time to turn in. It's time to figure out who will keep the Moonstone idol for the night. Emery doesn't want it. No way am I taking responsibility for this thing on the first night. She hands it to Ryan, who scoffs, shaking his head. Right, because I'm famously excited to take responsibility for stuff. If I were you, I wouldn't want to hang on to the idol. It's kind of an honor protecting something so important. That's my girl. She has her priorities straight. Channing holds out his hands like he's trying to catch a football. Toss it here, Long Beach. I'll hang on to the damn thing. Ryan shrugs and tosses the idol to Channing, but you panic when you realize it's going to fall short. Watch it! Your hands dart out to snatch the idol before it can hit the ground, and then... What the hell? The second it hits your palm, the idol begins to glow and then floats slightly above your hand. I have the power! I just sat to leave me alone. I'm sure this bodes well with Channing. You stare in shock at the idol as it floats above your hand. You look at Channing and your heart squeezes when you see... Tell, what is this? What the hell is going on? Like I should know. His obvious concern scares you. Your mind reels as you realize this can only mean one thing. Did I somehow become an alpha wolf? Hold on, let me roll my eyes as hard as I possibly can. Hold on, I'm trying really hard. Hold on, I think I just snapped my retinas. Anyway. We'll explain this in a minute. Stay tuned, folks. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Plenty of other chapters coming out today. We've already done Inheritance. There is Cop, Years Apart, Blades. Seriously. Actually, no, Cop's Fridays. That's right. Sorry. Unless you don't have VIP, then enjoy your Cop. Anyway, Blades, Years Apart, and Holiday Bake Off. Today's also Christmas, and I'm doing choices. How many of you are going, yeah, man, I like to work on Christmas too? Yeah, I know, it's fun, isn't it? Most of you get the day off. I don't. Anyway, so if you do appreciate that the fact that I'm pumping out choices, as well as I have literally and figuratively done, like, 16 plus hours in the last 2 days of streaming and content on the channel, be greatly appreciated if you'd like, share, and make sure you're subscribed. Also ding the little bell icon. Otherwise, yeah, here we go. So did you know that, the alpha term when it comes to animals, humans are a little different, by the way. We'll get to that here in a minute. The term for alpha doesn't just mean male of the, leader of the pack. There is a female alpha. Typically, when an alpha male picks a mate, he wants someone that's very strong. It's someone who is able to keep up with him. He doesn't pick, unless he has to, right? Unless he doesn't find his ideal mate. But typically, he wants someone strong, his equal in the animal world. So there is the alpha female. This is something that is actually normal. In the human world, those classifications typically are for animals, okay? We, as air quote, evolved human beings, aren't supposed to have those little frames and titles and whatnot. Did you know that? Everybody talks about how, yo, dude, I'm an alpha, yeah, you're a beta, yeah. No, listen, you're a moron, because if you go around and you use those titles, you are equivocally, basically, you're down there with a monkey, kid. No, I'm serious. I'm tired of people using all these titles. Hi, the only thing we should be concerned about with one another is your name. That's it. That's the only title that I give a shit about. That's the thing that's on your birth certificate. That's the thing that you write. That's the thing that you identify with the most, right? You don't go around and do all these other identifying markers, and to me, they're completely and utterly pointless. So let me know if you agree with that down below. Otherwise, let me know how your day is going, if you celebrate Christmas or not. What do you celebrate if you don't? Are you celebrating at all? If you're not, don't feel bad. I'm literally doing choices for Christmas. Don't really do much celebrating. Not anymore. I take care of my two special needs brothers, and they're nonverbal, and so, I'm not hearing any Merry Christmas or anything from them, let's be honest. But I try and at least get them gifts and make today a special day for them. But aside from that, it's just a Wednesday for me. It's kind of depressing, but it is what it is, right? By the way, I'll also be streaming later tonight, so if you want to come hang out, stop on by, show some support or whatnot, it'd be greatly appreciated to have you. Otherwise, catch y'all later. Peace out.